His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, it is my honor to address you at this event celebrating the launch of the Global Coral Reef Monitoring Network Global Report on the status of coral reefs. More than 10 years ago, parties to the Convention on Biological Diversity adopted Aichi Biodiversity Target 10, which called for reducing the multiple anthropogenic pressures on coral reefs and other vulnerable ecosystems impacted by climate change or ocean acidification. Adopting Aichi Target 10 signaled the global recognition of the central role of coral reefs in the healthy functioning of the planet and was important to catalyze efforts by parties to better manage coral reef ecosystems. Sadly, the 5th edition of the Global Biodiversity Outlook clearly showed that we have not achieved Target 10, and further, that we have moved away from the target in some areas. The report equally highlighted those corals have shown the most rapid increase in extinction risk of all assessed taxonomic groups, and the more than 60% of the world's coral reefs face immediate direct threats. This lack of progress is not for lack of trying. Enormous efforts have been devoted to protecting and preserving coral reefs and diverse services they provide to people and nature. But the scale of pressures facing corals, combined with their enormous vulnerability, makes it all more difficult to change the tide for these magnificent ecosystems. Global Biodiversity Outlook 5th edition also highlighted the need for improved information on biodiversity and ecosystems in support of adaptive management. This is especially true for coral reefs, which are increasingly subjected to rapid changes in environmental conditions. Consequently, the work of the Global Coral Reef Monitoring Network is essential for achieving the goals of the Convention on Biological Diversity. And this report could not have come at the more opportune time, as the parties to the Convention are working to develop the new post-2020 Global Biodiversity Framework to be adopted at the 15th meeting of the Conference of the Parties. Throughout the process to develop the framework, parties have continued to emphasize the fundamental importance of marine ecosystems, including corals, in achieving the goals of the framework. On top of the already impressive inputs provided to the post-2020 process by the International Coral Reef Initiative and its members, this report will be an important source of information for setting new global goals and targets. It also provides a major benchmark against which we will assess the future level of achievement in implementing the post-2020 framework. And together with the newly launched Global Fund for Coral Reefs, developed thanks to the support of His Serene Highness Prince Albert II, parties will now be better supported with sound information on the status of corals and the resources to enact really change needed to implement the framework. I send my heartfelt congratulations to all those who made this report possible, and I thank you on behalf of the Secretariat and all parties to the Convention for whom this report will be most useful. Thank you.